Hi, welcome to Laura's View and Tarot 2. I am so glad you're here. Today's date is Wednesday, December 11th, 2024. Before I get started in today's topic, I just want to do a reminder for everybody that this coming Sunday is the third Sunday of the month, and I will be hosting over on YouTube at 2 o'clock a live stream meditation. Our focus this month is going to be on the power of intention. And one of the reasons I chose that for this month is I've been trying to talk to people with mixed success about how powerful it is to try to embody or model the traits that you wish you had that don't come to you quite naturally, doing them intentionally, and that how over time those things that you had to usually stop to think about and concentrate on become natural to you, become second nature. It's kind of like riding a bike. We used to have to focus really hard on it when we first started, and then after a while, you just did it. Well, that is the same thing that works with our inherent traits that we express or emotions that we allow ourselves or responses that we have. We can intentionally um, handle them in ways we might not naturally do. And I really thought that would be a good focus to have. Now, my meditations are non-denominational. You're welcome to come if you have any kind of a positive intent in participating or just want to, in neutrality, watch and see, or curiosity. You're welcome there too. So that'll be at 2 p.m. this coming Sunday afternoon, Eastern Time, which equates out to 7 p.m. over in London. And while I do conduct it live stream, it is recorded. You can watch it at your convenience later, or if you found value in it, you can even review it more than once. So just wanted to put that out there because YouTube is not always consistent in sharing notifications. And I will put a notification up, but I wanted to mention it in a video within a few days of the event happening. Again, that's this coming Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, a live stream meditation that will take no more than 30 minutes of your day. So hope I see you there. Okay, well, today I was just doing some of what I usually do, bouncing around between this site and that site, and I came across a 17 post that is going to actually delta or anniversary tomorrow on December 12th. And right away, I just knew that I was curious and I wanted to see if the tarot cards would have some insights about it. And the more I got to looking, the more I'm thinking it really is kind of there was a reason that I ran across this. I'll explain as we go. I'm going to take you to a few things that I've posted over on the platform known as X. And unfortunately, even though Mr. Musk has made a lot of progress there, and it is a much more diverse view friendly site, I was not able to give you any links to sites that compile 17 posts. So, Mr. Musk, you need to fix that. Not to mention, I still have an ID from way back in 2017 that got shut down. So he's made a lot of progress, but there's more to go. So they've done some stuff uh, naturally. Now they need to do the rest of it intentionally, don't they? Get those accounts opened up and people back on and allow a free exchange of all ideas that are nonviolent in nature. Come on, let's do it. Okay? All right. Well, enough of that. That's the Laura's View part of it. I'm going to the share screen now. You'll see what I'm talking about more specifically. So this was what I ran across. The 17 post number 2598 back on December 12th, 2018. So tomorrow is the day that this deltas. It talks about Santa with a hammer, signed by QA, and this Christmas we want justice. And QA equated out to, you can see what it did. I probably can't say that since this is going up on YouTube. Okay, more to find over time. Happy hunting. Now, that was kind of referring to the fact that Anons discovered that little signature on that there, but you can see indeed that Santa has a hammer. Now, a week previous to that, on the 7th, Dan Scavino, and if you don't follow Dan Scavino, you might want to because he is seems to be closely aligned, if not integral to the team we call 17. He posted a this. It was Hammer Time by Queen. And he specifically posted a 2 minute and 20 second clip of that. Now, I went back then to one of those compilation sites for 17 stuff and said, hey, let's see what 220 had for um, this, if there's a correlation here between a drop and that posting. And it does talk about reminder, unclassified setting, monitored and analyzed in real time, future answers past. So while it didn't mention hammer, but it does tell us the future is going to answer the past. So without further ado, let's see. Is it hammer time? Okay. Because Dan Scavino on the 7th had the song from Queen that talks about that. And the post 220 talks about the future answers past. And then in the past, on December 12th, we had that post about a hammer and how there's a thirst for justice and accountability. And indeed, there is. Okay. And I would hope that that would be a universal desire for accountability. But we know where the need seems to be greatest, and we'll let the universe work on that part of it. But let's just see, is it getting to be hammer time? Okay, plus additional insights and information the universe wants us to know. We were told December 12th years ago. Let's find out. So there seem to have been some hints lately that hammer time is upon us. And December 12th was when it was specifically mentioned years ago. Um, and future answers past. So here in the future of that delta, we're asking, are we getting really close to that hammer time where we will see justice and righting of wrongs and some accountability and responsible parties held responsible? All of those things that are entailed in justice, plus additional insights and information the universe wants us to know. Okay, we got the first card we have is the Seven of Swords. Then we have the Queen of Cups. Five of Swords. Woohoo! Three of Swords. Knight of Wands. Temperance. And we have the Nine of Pentacles. So let's look at what these cards are saying, and then I'm going to tell you right now, I think that there's an issue with my phrasing of the question. So we're going to look what we got with the as an answer for how I phrase the question, and then I'm going to rephrase it and see what the universe wants us to know with a rephrased question. This might be good if you're trying to hone your personal tarot skills a little bit. The Seven of Swords is how the situation is being uh, portrayed. And this is a card of deceit, trying to get away with stuff. Okay. The um, clarifier is the Queen of Cups. So it's just saying, you know, the shenanigans gang are going to do shenanigans. Keep your eyes on them and use all your senses to process and make decisions about information. But in the recent past card, as far as the universe is going, we're asking about a situation that's already happened. The defeat is done. Okay. Now, the Three of Swords is a card of heartache. And I think the heartache involved is because of the defeat. So, what we're being told is the deep state really is kind of they're at a loss and rather sad. We aren't. We being those people in the light that are just, you know, patriotic, want justice, want accountability. We're getting some information that it's caused a lot of heartache, which, you know, I'm not sad to see. Now let's look at the near future. Okay, this is a little more applicable to us. We've got the Knight of Wands showing up here. He's a good, stable military kind of card, ready to take some action, has the energy to see it through. And then the Temperance card talks about teamwork. So we're getting just a hint here that because of a lot of teamwork on the part of those in the alliance or on the light side of the light, that we've made that situation rather sad for the Shenanigans gang, no matter what they've tried to pull, and they have been defeated. The card here with the Nine of Pentacles just is a good card talking about some generosity and abundance and serenity. So we are coming up on a place where the world's going to seem a lot more serene and less chaotic and where evil flourishes. So that's good. Now, here's what I was asking about. Is it hammer time? And the universe is telling me it's been done. And it was like, duh, I should have phrased it a different way. So let me take care of that right now. Okay, I'm going to stop the camera and reset the deck. Let me tell you what that means. That means get it ready. It's for a slightly different question, so the energy is not the same from the first one. But you'll see me work with the deck in enough that you'll know that I'm not setting the cards up. I'm simply, what we do is there's several ways to do it. One of the ways is just a 4-time tap like that. And just let the cards know that you're going to be working with a slightly different question, and so that you'd appreciate the answer being revised in that way too. Actually, as you can see, I didn't stop the camera. Let's just not give the doubters anything to doubt about. Okay, you may want to move ahead on your portrayal, because I am trying to mix these cards up and let the universe do its thing. That is by the way, while I'm chattering and doing this, newer tarot card readers um, don't realize the importance of getting the energy cleared out of your deck. I know that sounds woo, but this is a woo type of tool. And so when you change a question, you have to let the cards know you're going to be asking a different question. And so you mix them up really good. You do the taps, or one thing I like to do, I've got a selenite rectangle that is really good too. Okay, so let's rephrase that question, guys. And I'm just doing this in real time. I'm not going to edit this out. So I want to ask the universe, in the public eye, will we finally be getting some indications of hammer time and justice? Is that a near future action we can anticipate in the public eye? So the universe no longer needs to tell us, hey, it's been done. Folks, haven't we told you this before? You're watching a movie. We're asking for the public perception, the public eye. Is that hammer time going public? I hope so. This time we've got the Two of Cups. We have the Eight of Cups, King of Cups. See, we got a lot more emotions getting shown here as far as what the normies and those of us that once the disclosure is coming out are going to be feeling or seeing. We have the Chariot, card of triumph. We have the Five of Swords, Four of Swords, and the Ten of Pentacles. Interesting that the way the question was phrased previously, we had the Nine of Pentacles here, which is a card of serenity, and then the 10, which is, even better. Abundance and good things coming. So nice to see that the universe keeps telling us over and over and over again that, Better times are coming, and they're coming fairly soon. Okay, so this way with it was phrased when we were asking, is the public perception in the public eye, is justice going to be seen, seem to be occurring? We have the Two of Cups saying, yeah, there's been an agreement that it's getting really close to this time. Okay, now there were those that were ready for this long ago. I'm one of them. But we're coming to an end of that time apart where there's that discrepancy between what is being happening in the background and then reality as it really is now after those actions. King of Cups, the recent past. I'm surprised we didn't get a justice card there. Okay, I'll get a couple more cards here. We'll see what comes up if it gets interesting. But again, another card that usually, as an advice, it always says, use your discernment, use your good judgment, and evaluate and critically examine information that you receive, no matter what the source is. And that's really good advice. The Chariot is a triumph card, and it's a card that often talks about things moving, sometimes on an informational basis and sometimes literally, but there are some moves that are going on now that are going to be evident. The defeat card shows up again here in the what's going to happen is in the near future. Okay, the normies are going to be aware of some defeats that have happened. Now, they're not going to do full disclosure yet. Okay, I hope eventually they do, but there is going to be some disclosures made, and they're going to be done in such a way that they won't really traumatize the normies all that much. We've kind of gotten into ourselves onto I believe, a timeline where the big jolts don't have to be quite as big to get the same results or to report the information. So, and just a near future outcome, I think this is also a nod to some really fabulous things coming up in the coming next year that involve our material well-being. So that's really cool to see. Now let's get a couple more cards. King of Wands. Ace of Swords. So we got a yes to our will the public perception be? Will they finally be shown? We've got that coming up. Hammer time coming up. And then the Star, 17 team. This is your card, guys. And the Page of Pentacles. Okay, let's look at these additional four because they add some really nice layers to what we were already getting. The King of Wands, vision and leadership, and done with integrity and honor. So yeah, there's going to be some, the accounting is going to be shown. Maybe not all of it, but enough. And then we got our hard yes with the Ace of Swords. And remember, the sword suit is about words, both spoken and written, as well as thoughts. So yeah, there's going to be some information that is shared that involves justice. Absolutely. And this will be in the public eye. This will be kind of tying up things that we know. Okay, we know that really happened in 2018 or 2019 or whatever the year might be. But the public perception is going to be given some information to chew on. The Star card, things are moving in the right direction. Again, it's the 17th major arcana, so this is my big time 17 team card. And I think it's always a nod to the fact that we do have some the team 17 and those that are working to bring changes to this realm. They include malevolent off-world energy as well as divine, and just a multinational group, or I don't want to say group because it's so much bigger than a group. The just alliance of beings that believe in the potential and realizing it for the human race. Page of Pentacles, a little bit of sword. Pardon me, the Page of Pentacles is talking about truth and diplomacy. So yeah, where I said that we might not get full disclosures, the public is going to be getting some that they're going to have to start reconciling their worldview with in the near future. So yes, hammer time is coming as far as the public perception might be. So let's recap. In this read, I actually ended up doing two reads because I realized I had phrased a question in such a way, and the universe tends to be very literal in the information, that the main advice the first layout was giving me was, hey, this is already in the past. It's already happened. It's a done deal. The defeat is over as far as, the hammer time type of thing. So we rephrased the question and redid the cards asking, is it going to be hammer time as far as the public perception or in the public eye? Are we coming up on that? Is that kind of what's happening with that Dan Scavino hammer time post, as well as the Delta from 17 on December 12th, talking about, the thirst for justice and hammer time? And I'm not going to show you all the cards. You can review the video if you want to, but we definitely got a yes. So hammer time is coming as far as public perception is. And then again, a confirmation via the first read that, it's like, guys, it's been happening. We know that. I should have phrased the question appropriately. And when I did, we got some much better information. So a lot of tarot is about asking the right question. So the star card showed up, kind of a nod to the 17 team, because we were asking about a Delta, upcoming Delta, as I make this video for December 12th. And it was from that team, and they showed up here as being integral to some of the changes that are going to be made manifest. And then we got some truth and diplomacy headed our way. The near future card for either read was very encouraging. Both of them about just abundance and in the near future, we've got some really good things happening that people are going to be celebrating about. So even if, our fast asleep normies do have to slowly start, swallowing some big red pills or getting some big red suppositories, it's going to be happening in conjunction with world changes that it's going to make it a little more palatable and easy for them. And, if we're really on that path of love and light that we should be, we don't want people to have a traumatic awakening. We want just one awake. It's kind of like, come on. It's like haven't had debt for a number of years, and I am not going to resent if someone gets out of theirs. I'm just going to be happy for them too. So we got to get to that place, guys, where we're just happy and it doesn't have to be as traumatic or as difficult or as slow a process as we did as we were discovering it on our own, being, the way showers. We just need it to happen. The current card showed up as the Chariot card of triumph, things moving in the right direction. There's been some agreement that yes, it is indeed hammer time, the perception of hammer time. So there is going to be more. I think this is a good season to be watching for some of those sudden resignations, those sudden departures from posts and things like that, because I think we're going to see a big acceleration of that. So, like I said, I don't know that we're still on a timeline where there's going to be, I don't know if I can say this word on YouTube, doing yourself away weekend, but definitely we're still seeing some people scrambling and what have you. And it's exciting times. I've been doing that and watching some geophysical things to see, if there's any indications that there's some subterranean successes going on, because we do know that there are entire military forces devoted to below ground actions. And I think it's just all coming together really beautifully. I just wish it was a little more obvious and public. And until it is, we'll keep trying to do a little dot connecting and tarot questioning and just, expect and intend for the best possible outcome to happen as far as information flow, for accountability, for holding responsible parties responsible, for having those that are elected to represent us to do so with integrity and honor, and not consider themselves our rulers, but simply our elected representatives. So we got a lot to make manifest, guys. We got a lot to intention into existence, but we're getting there. We are. So until next time, that's it for this video from Laura's View and Tarot 2. If you're willing to receive it, I send you love, light, and I wish for you everything bright. Bye. See you Sunday.